What I do care about are people who built their entire accounts, have entire communities of fat people following them, turning around and suddenly on those very same people, aligning themselves with anti-fat YouTube creators who have made videos about their mutuals, made videos about the very people who have created pillars of trust in this community, the community that they're still a part of. Because guess what? You're still fat. Like, sorry.
So today we are going to be examining what happens when a former fat acceptance member leaves, talk about their experience, and then guess what? Gets bullied because she talks about her experience.
This girl a mess, y'all.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel if you are new, and welcome back if you've been around here a while. I'm Kendra. This is Kendra Creates. This is my space where I share my life with you guys. I also talk about wild and crazy stuff on the internet, so if that stuff sounds good to you, then make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Also, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up while you are at it. So today, we're going to be talking about some mess that I saw on TikTok. I saw this on TikTok before I left for my plastic surgery situation, but now I'm back and I can fully talk about it. And look, I got breasts now. Ooh. Make sure you guys watch my surgery vlog when it comes out. That'll be out soon. And then also my whole plastic surgery playlist. I'd love for to share, you know, that side of my personal life with you guys. I lost over 200 pounds, left with a bunch of loose skin. So I'm in the process of getting that all off. That's neither here nor there. Back to the topic at hand. So Angelica Violet is a creator on TikTok who happened to have once upon a time ago been in fat acceptance. She decided to leave fat acceptance and also go on a health journey. She was a little bit hesitant to talk about it. She made a video about it. She got a lot of hate for it. And that hate came in the form of people who she like followed and people that followed her, people that are still in the fat acceptance movement and everything. And so one of those people, we're going to look at her videos. She talked about her and she didn't refer to her by name because they never do. But Angelica Violet did, and she didn't care. And we're going to look at her response too, y'all. It is some mess. And you know what? I love it because it just proves a lot of the points that the anti-fat acceptance creators here, including myself on YouTube, talk about when it comes to the delusions and the craziness and the bullying. Yeah, of fat acceptance people. So let's get into it.
I don't know exactly how I'm going to say this, but I do want to say that I am never going to come on here and tell you my caloric intake. And genuinely, I do not care, like really, truly, I do not care at all if someone's taking semi-glutides or if they are pursuing weight loss in their own life. That has nothing to do with me.
I think it's so funny how she says like she's not going to get on the internet and tell people her caloric intake or whatever. It was a straight jab at the other girl. It was totally a jab at her. And it was honestly to make her audience feel like I'm not going to turn my backs on you guys. I'm never going to be one of those creators that does what I eat in a day vlogs, and I'm not going to be worried about my caloric intake. But she's young, and hopefully she'll learn her lesson that maybe one day she will have to take a look at her caloric intake in order for her to lose weight to be healthy. But that's neither here nor there. Maybe she won't suffer any health consequences of her weight, but who knows? Only time will tell. And then she talks about people taking semaglutide, and I'm just like, semaglutide, Ozempic, Wegovy, all of the weight loss drugs are just always in the mouth of fat acceptance people and even like normal people on the internet. And I just find it so weird how this affects so many people that literally have nothing to do with the weight loss drug. It is like always some kind of dig at those who take it. And it's just like, why? By this time, we all know that the drug comes with side effects. We know that all drugs have side effects. But it's like, you've never taken it. And everybody who takes it doesn't suffer the same things. And it's just like, do we continue on with these silly little arguments about a weight loss drug? Do we really? And my thing is, if you really didn't care, why even talk about it? Why even bring it up? But we'll get a little bit further into that.
What I do care about are people who built their entire accounts, have entire communities of fat people following them, turning around and suddenly on those very same people, aligning themselves with anti-fat YouTube creators who have made videos about their mutuals, made videos about the very people who have created pillars of trust in this community, the community that they're still a part of, because guess what? You're still fat. Like, sorry, you're still going to be involved in this community that you suddenly hate so much. You're turning around and on the people who have given so many, who have grown up fat their entire lives because that's how bodies work. Versus to find information about that. People who've grown up fat their entire lives, this relief of having to hate their body. Like a community where they don't have to on themselves constantly just to get a single like crumb of respect, like a good fat. And I mean this like with my whole heart.
And this is the argument that we hear all the time from fat acceptance people when people decide to leave the movement or lose weight or whatever. We always get, oh, they've built their platform off of fat people. And it's wild to me because once again, you have the decision to leave that movement, and you have the decision to make whatever kind of content you want to make, and you have the decision to change your mind on who you are as a person and what you align yourself with in your beliefs. So those people who are her followers, they have the decision to not watch them. They have the decision to leave. You know, they may have found inspiration or whatever in them at once upon a time when their values aligned, but now their values may not align. So that is the choice that her audience can make for themselves. And she may retain a lot of her followers because those people honestly secretly want to lose weight and get healthy. Yeah, they do. And a lot of them are very deep in their delusion and fat acceptance, and they will leave. And that's fine too. And it doesn't matter. And it seems to me that the only person here that could lose anything would be Angelica. She could lose her platform, whatever. If everyone decided to leave, and it's just fine because she served a purpose for those people at one point in time. But now she's not on that anymore. She's moved on. And so now fat acceptance people that are still subscribed to her or whatever, they kind of have to move on too if, they don't agree with what she's doing, as well as her alignment to anti-fat YouTube creators. And I think it's important for the other side to be told because that is how you have an argument, right? There's two sides. And people have the right to see kind of where they may end up at if they choose to continue down the path that they're headed down. I, like a lot of fat people on the internet, am a cautionary tale of what you are doing to yourself if you decide to remain fat and unhealthy and continue down that road. Because I've told my story many times. You can watch my first YouTube video. I tell my story there. I tell it a lot. I tell it so much. How I suffered from a lot of health issues as a fairly young person because of my weight. And once I lost the weight, my health issues disappeared. But now I'm left with a lot of loose skin, and I am deciding to get that removed. And that's another issue, all because of my weight. I think it was a total dig at her when she said, "Oh, you're still fat." It was a total dig at her. And it was crazy how she says that she's still going to be involved with the movement. Just because you're fat, you don't have to be involved with the movement at all. And she's leaving the movement 100%. And I think if she wasn't leaving the movement, she would surely leave the movement now because so many people have talked about her so badly and they've made videos and think pieces on her. And it's just like, why would she continue to align herself with people who have bullied her and made her feel very bad for losing weight and talking about leaving fat acceptance? And they always talk about how people, that leave the movement or lose weight or whatever, that they're disrespecting the community. And it's honestly not a disrespect to the community to either lose weight or leave, because if you say you want to lose weight or you decide that you want to lose weight, you're going to get pushed out anyways. So it really doesn't matter. And if you want to tell the internet your experience about being in it or leaving it or whatever, that's your prerogative and that's your right to. And people should see what kind of movement that they're aligning themselves with. And also, she made a funny statement. She talks about how, like, being overweight, like, all her life or whatever, or people that are overweight all their lives, and that's how bodies work. And I'd like to heavily disagree with her that that is not how bodies work, because you can work towards reducing your weight and you can work towards not being overweight. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of persistence, it takes a lot of consistency, it takes a lot of education about nutrition. It takes a lot of effort when it goes to physical activity. It takes a lot. And a lot of people suffer from trauma and mental health issues that affect their ability to lose weight or get over their BED or get over their food addictions. So it takes time and effort to do that stuff as well and attack those problems head on. Because I always talk about, you got to get your mental health situation in check before you start to try to lose weight, because a lot of that affects your ability to lose weight. But no, that's not how bodies work.
If any of my plus size mutuals ever wanted to pursue intentional weight loss, I literally wouldn't care. And if I was doing it, you wouldn't hear about it, because I don't think it's appropriate to post with my community of followers being so many people who have come to me as a safe haven when I've talked about recovering from my eating disorder, and that's how things are. And why do you think that there are people who can't be fat and have a well-rounded diet and experience incredibly active lives? I don't know why you think that, because there are literally fat Olympians. I'm gonna wrap this up. Go ahead, make me the bad guy in this situation. I really don't care. I just want people to know that I'm not going to turn on you. I'm not going to suddenly start posting my calories of the day and talking about YouTube creators who on my mutuals. I am going to continue minding my own business after I post this.
Now, she says she has no problem with intentional weight loss, but she just says that it's not appropriate to post about it. And I want to know why. Why is that not appropriate? I guess because her audience isn't going to like that. Maybe they get triggered, whatever the case may be. But I think it's not appropriate to post about it from her point of view, is because you're exposing that your life is better when you're smaller. You're exposing the fact of how you suffered health consequences when you were bigger. You are exposing the fact now that when you talk about your weight loss, people bully you. You're exposing those facts, and they don't want those facts out there. They don't want people to share their experiences. But the flip side is, some people do want you to share your experiences with losing weight. I talked about it in a video. Make sure you check that video out if you have not, where a plus size lady was talking about, if she sees you on the internet losing weight, then you should talk about it. But you see how the opinions differs with people? You're damned if you do, you are damned if you don't. And I feel like the audience has eyes. They can see if you're losing weight. They can see if you're going to the gym now or you're more active. They can see if your eating habits change. They see that if you are like a lifestyle content creator and you show your life and you vlog and stuff like that. They can see that stuff. So if you want to address it, then you should address it. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of your audience wants to do that too. And you may give them the you may give them the tools, the information, you may give them the motivation to actually get out there and do it. So if you want to share your weight loss, share your weight loss. If you don't want to share your weight loss, don't share your weight loss. It's your platform. You are the content creator, and you could do whatever the hell you want to do. Oh, and I almost forgot. She talked about how fat people, live have well-rounded diets and lead incredibly active lives. And I'd like to just say that most of them do not. Barring any like serious medical issues, or hormonal stuff that they have going on, most people, fat people, they don't. Let's be real. Let's not exaggerate. Because I know I was not the pillar of healthy diets and physical activity when I was overweight. I'm not going to lie about it. It just is what it is. I ate too much. I ate too much of the refined sugars and carbs and things like that. I ate a lot of that. Oh, yes, I sure did. And I ate a lot of food. I did. I ate a lot of fast food. I did. And was I active? No, I wasn't. I did not feel like going to the gym. Why? For what? So I feel like people, they live really in the delusion land. They do. If they think that most people are fat and they live incredibly active lives and eat well-rounded diets. Okay, girl. Okay. So Angelica Violet did have a response for her in this video. So right now we're going to check out her response.
I do not care at all if someone's taking semi-glutides or if they are pursuing weight.
If you seriously do not care if someone is pursuing weight loss, then why did you literally make this video about me? And I know it's about me because you posted it right after I posted my video 2 days ago and then mentioned the exact points that I talked about. Not to mention that we are literally mutuals on here for years and now you don't follow me. Thank you for telling me in your video that I am fat. I do own mirrors and a scale, so I do see myself and I know how much I do weigh. I think that's very kind of you. But just because I am fat or a plus-size woman does not mean that I have to be involved in the fat acceptance or body positive community. I can exist as a plus-size person without being in these communities. And that's one of the reasons that I have moved away from fat acceptance. I have not made any fat acceptance or body positive content in literally years.
And I think this is totally true, that just because you are fat, that does not mean that you have to align yourself with the body positive movement or the fat acceptance movement. You just don't. You can choose to just stay out of it and not align yourself. Or even if you're previously aligned yourself, you can leave at any time. It's not like a cult, is it? Why would you want to stay in something that does not serve your interests, that it does not align with your values, that you do not see yourself being in, especially with the way that fat acceptance treats people, especially when they leave or they decide to lose weight or they decide to post about their weight loss or the reasons why they lost weight or the reasons why they left fat acceptance. They are literally bullied out of the movement if they do decide to stay in, even if they're like wanting to lose weight or go on a health journey or whatever. And this is a prime example of that.
I've been trying to focus my platform just on style, sometimes tattoos and makeup. I will mention that I'm plus size in some videos when I talk about sizing, but I don't want my size to be my full personality. I am multidimensional.
I found this statement so funny, how she said she doesn't want her size to be like her personality. And how many times do we see this with the fat acceptance people or the body positivity people? It's like that's all they post, and it's so crazy. And I get it. I get it. This is what your platform is about, but can we at least be two-dimensional? Can we be three-dimensional? Can we stop talking about all of these crazy negative experiences that you have, like living as a fat person or like, just existing? And it's funny because you talk about all these negative experiences and all the things that you can't do and the health issues that you're having, but yet and still people are crazy for not wanting to be your size. And I don't get it, because people don't want their lives harder than they have to be. They don't want to have health problems. They don't want to go through the horrible experiences that you do. So why are you so angry when people are like, nope, I'm going to eat a well-rounded diet and I'm going to lead an incredibly active life so that I am not your size and I don't have to go through the things that you go through? I think that's just kind of common sense. But these days, common sense isn't so common.
I hate that so many people will say that plus size creators turn on their followers if they want to lose weight, or that they've built their platforms on the backs of fat people. I posted a video 2 days ago talking about how I left the fat acceptance movement and I'm starting to lose weight and I'm exercising and I'm making small healthy changes. Nowhere in that video did I degrade anyone that is fat, including myself, because I still am fat. Thank you very much. I talked about my experience with my body and how I've literally hated myself since I was in kindergarten because I was forced to go on a diet then. And by taking care of my mental health and eating better foods and working out, I have started to feel better about myself while simultaneously losing weight.
And I really liked how she came out and said, like, I talked about my experience in that video and people bullied me. I did not degrade anyone. I did not down talk anyone. I didn't call out anyone. This video was for me and what I wanted to put out there. And this is usually what the former fat acceptance people that go on to lose weight, this is the reality of what they're doing. They're not disrespecting the fat acceptance community or creators. They're just merely talking about their experience as being a plus size person and their experience deciding to lose weight and ultimately their decision to leave the fat acceptance movement, why they're doing all of this. And they often get called out just for those things because people project their experiences and their insecurities onto themselves. They can't just sit by quietly and let someone lose weight or talk about their own personal experiences or just leave fat acceptance and also kind of like expose them and talk about their experience and what they went through being within it. And I feel like it's very, very, it puts them in a box. That's what it does. It puts them in a box. And it really, really denies them the opportunity to express their feelings and show really what they went through.
The thing about the fat acceptance and body positivity community is that they will preach bodily autonomy and they'll say, I don't care what anyone else does, but then someone uses their bodily autonomy and then people get pissed off. And that is one of the things that people say in the fat acceptance commentary videos that I do watch on YouTube. And in those videos that I watch, people are very kind and they're just critiquing the things that people say. Two of the women that I watch are still in plus size bodies, and they were formerly involved in the body positive and fat acceptance movements, but then we're starting to see the flaws and wanting to discuss it. Because God forbid if you come on this app and disagree, then you will get trolled and sent hundreds of hate comments. I know that personally because in my video that I posted 2 days ago, it has over 200 hate comments, stuffing words in my mouth that I literally did not say. And the thing is, I've been thinking about making content and speaking my truth for like literally months, but I didn't want to because I was scared. And yes, I did cry yesterday about all the mean comments that I got. Literally cried so much to the point where I literally got a headache. But now I'm just pissed off. This movement is a bunch of toxic positivity and bullies. And I want you to know that this right here is my villain origin story. And if you're so triggered and you want to unfollow me, then go ahead. It's really unfortunate that in this day and age that you can't slightly have a different opinion than someone without being outcasted. The human mind thinks in black and white when the whole world is gray. And I leave you with this quote. I am rubber and you are glue. Everything you say bounces off me and sticks to you.
And finally, she talks about what fat acceptance is all about. It's okay when they talk about having body autonomy and their ability to be fat and happy and leave us alone. But as soon as someone wants to practice that bodily autonomy and lose weight and be smaller, then that's when all the problems arise. she just talks about how there were flaws within fat acceptance. And a lot of times their arguments did not hold weight. And she exposed that. And I'm we're gonna watch her original video. I'm gonna do that in a separate video. But we can talk about and dissect her points and where she was coming from and her experiences and the things, that she went through. But she said that she was even scared to make that video. And that just tells you how she already knew it was going to be backlash. She already knew these videos and think pieces were going to be created about her. But she didn't care because she wanted to be open, she wanted to be honest, and she just wanted to talk about her experience. That's what she wanted to do. It's her platform and it's her decision to do those things. So why should we be limiting her in her quote unquote creativity? She's a creator, you know? And she rounds it out by saying what that acceptance is. And it is toxic positivity bullies. And I can't even think of a better word for it. People that think that everything is going to be fine, even if you are fat. And if you decide that everything isn't fine and you don't want to be fat anymore, then we're just going to bully you. I couldn't imagine. I wish that creator, Miss Angelica Violet, lots of luck and, you know, thank you for doing what you did because it was really brave of you because, you could lose your whole platform and your audience. But you didn't care. You stayed true to yourself and your convictions and your new life and your new health journey. So I wish that lady much luck. And I wish you guys luck too. If you are working towards any goals that you have, any kind of weight loss or health goals, I wish you luck with those. I will continue to work on my healing journey as I recover from plastic surgery. And also, you'll see me with my new fitness journey. Once I get cleared to go to the gym and everything like that, your girl is gonna work so hard because I still have to have a second round of surgery to get loose skin off of my arms and my thighs. So stay tuned for that. I'm still gonna be here on YouTube creating and doing my little thingy thing. And I appreciate you so much for watching. And make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Make sure you like the video. I will see you on the next time. Make sure you continue to spread kindness in the world for the hate. Bye bye.